In the year 1793, Samuel Kirkland, a missionary well known and respected for his diplomatic ties with the Native American tribes of western New York, came to newly appointed President George Washington with a new plan, one for a school. Kirkland and his co-conspirator, Chief Oscanandonha of the Oneida tribe, envisioned a new type of school called the Hamilton Oneida Academy, which would educate settler youth and Native youth alongside one another. Their hope was to provide Native youth with the tools necessary to construct a better future for themselves in the new world the settlers were building around them, and help the settlers better understand their neighbors through developing an understanding of difference. The school fell on hard times shortly after its creation, but Kirkland persevered in his goal of intercultural education until his death in 1808. 4 years later, the Hamilton Oneida Academy was restructured and renamed, and it became the Hamilton College we know today. We proudly feature this history on our school website, and Kirkland and Oscanandonha are buried only a few hundred yards from where we now sit. It is crucial that we honor our founders' objective by incorporating First Peoples into our community, our curricula, and our larger worldview. Just as Kirkland and Oscanandonha's legacies continue in the form of our institution, the legacies of colonialism and cultural genocide continue to impact Native American communities today. According to the Census Bureau, Native Americans have the lowest rates of employment and the highest rates of poverty of any racial demographic. Native American women are sexually assaulted at a rate twice the national average. Native Americans are substantially more likely to develop substance abuse problems than other racial groups, and tribal sovereignty is under constant threat from government overreach and energy companies that seek to exploit the natural resources of tribal lands. Native American students face unique educational obstacles that both result from and contribute to these various circumstances. For instance, Native American students are twice as likely to drop out of high school as white students. They're also far less likely to have guidance in the college admissions process if they do make it through. And once they get to college, they're 20% less likely to graduate. They simply don't have the support structures that they need, and institutions don't demonstrate an investment in their well-being and investigation of the issues that matter to them. Now, as a result, Native American students are severely underrepresented. There are 30 times as many white people as Native American people in this country, and there are 100 times as many white people with degrees from four-year Title IV institutions as Native Americans. Hamilton College's founding purpose was to provide the education Native American youth needed to make a better future for their communities and raise awareness of the obstacles those communities face amongst the more privileged sectors of society. We have the opportunity to do the same thing today, to reshape Kirkland's founding objective into a modern context and help Native American youth tackle the issues that are facing their communities. I have 5 suggestions for how we could do this. The first is to have college staff come up with admissions programming that targets Native youth not only on reservations but off, starting with the 6 Haudenosaunee nations at our doorstep. Our college was initially created to serve them, and the fact is a lot of students simply don't know that Hamilton exists. Even the ones that do may not know what financial aid opportunities are available, and they don't have guidance in the admissions process. This is something we absolutely have the means to remedy. College faculty can expand course offerings related to Native American history and issues and incorporate those issues into existing coursework. As it stands, the only courses that we have that deal with Native American issues are in the Religious Studies department. While that's absolutely a critical angle to take on those issues, it doesn't demonstrate a widespread commitment on the part of the faculty and the staff on promoting an awareness of these issues. Granted, not all faculty may necessarily feel prepared to run classes specifically dealing in Native American topics, but we may find that incorporating Native art, literature, and history will improve the educational opportunities offered by more general courses. Students can examine how Native American issues intersect with our own academic and extracurricular topics. The simple fact is that Black Indian identities, Latino identities, intersects significantly with the demographics served by groups like the Black and Latino Student Union and La Vanguardia. Two-spirit individuals serve as an interesting lens that the Rainbow Alliance could take, And the Hamilton Divestment Club could actually do a fair bit to make sure that our institution is being more responsible in the way that we're investing our money. That brings me to my fourth suggestion. The college should ensure that it invests its money ethically to avoid providing financial support for the energy companies and the prison industrial complex, which have so ravaged the First Nations. The fifth is a number of symbolic gestures that we can make to reaffirm our commitment and make it public. The first is that we can join many of our peers in exchanging Columbus Day for Indigenous Peoples Day. As it stands, we spend part of our time every year celebrating the advent of a genocide that ended in 100 million deaths. We can trade that out for a day that celebrates the numerous contributions Indigenous peoples have made to our nation's history and the communities we now take part in. Another option is to include language in our mission statement that specifically restates and accentuates our founding objective of providing education to Native American communities. By taking these steps and others, we can make Native American students feel wanted and welcome at Hamilton College. Helping to build a better future for Native American students will also create a more inclusive, diverse learning experience for the college community as a whole. We all stand to gain. The question is, what are we willing to do about it?